Right, so have you ever wondered how much a newborn should feed or how often? Well, I am going to cover that in today's video. Hi, I'm Dr. Obidi. I'm a board-certified pediatrician and I have been practicing for over 17 years and have taken care of thousands of babies, and I love all things newborn. So let's tackle those questions. So one is, how often should your baby feed? A good rule of thumb, and I'm going to be covering now newborns, the first 1 to 2 weeks of life. I will also say that this is just for educational purposes only, so you should consult your primary care provider for specifics to do with your particular baby and situation. But in general, babies will feed about every 2 to 3 hours. Now, it does depend on if you're breastfeeding or formula feeding. If you're breastfeeding, babies might feed even sooner, so every 1 to 2 hours. And if you're formula feeding, sometimes that can stretch out to every 3 to 4 hours. So again, a good rule of thumb is every 2 to 3 hours. Now, how much should you feed your baby? Now, again, that's going to depend. If you're bottle feeding them, either formula or express breast milk, most newborns will take anything from anywhere from 1 to 2 ounces per feeding. Now again, there's a range. Some kids may take a little more. They're usually hoping they don't take a little less, but again, that's going to depend on their birth weight and any other circumstances surrounding the birth. But a good rule of thumb is 1 to 2 ounces. If your baby is requiring more than 2 ounces in the first 1 to 2 weeks of life, you should, sort of pause and consider if they're really hungry. Don't forget, your baby does have a suck reflex. So anything that goes in that mouth is going to make them suck. And so if they cry and you sort of offer them a bottle or your breast, they might suck, but not necessarily because they're hungry. So you may want to, first of all, if you feel you fed them, and it's been within 1 to 2 hours of feeding and you're not sure they should be hungry, then maybe just check to see if they're just wet and just need to be changed, or if they just need to be, held and consoled. If they're really hungry, you can't stop that cry. They will continue to cry, and also look for that nipple. It's called a rooting reflex, and you should just go ahead and feed them. And I will answer the question, should I wake my baby up to feed, in a different video. And also another question I get all the time is, can I overfeed my newborn baby? And I will also answer that in another video. So look out for that coming up soon. Again, this is Dr. Obidi, discussing all things newborns. I will encourage you to leave any questions in the comment section wherever you're watching this video. I would love to be able to answer those for you. Go ahead and like the video and share it with anyone who has a newborn that you think will find this useful. Again, it's Dr. Obidi, and thank you for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.